There comes a time in a PokeTuber's life. Fire, water, grass. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. But it has something very important in this video because we are doing my top 10 favorite Pokemon! Yes, this is a video that you guys have all been waiting for. There comes a time in a PokeTuber's life where whenever he gets 15 subs, he makes a top 10 favorite Pokemon video. So enough with my blabbering, and let's go on and start. Wait a minute, what's this? Okay, the guy from the script just said that I need to give an honorable mentions section, so here are the honorable mentions. Superior. Probably one of the best grass type designs. It's one of the best, but there's one that overshadows it in my opinion. Roserade. Another lovely grass type. Not as good as Superior, but still very well done. Samurott. The thing that keeps Samurott off this list is because it died in my Black 2 Nuzlocke. Bisharp. Bisharp has a really good design, a really good shiny, and blades for hands. Need I go on? Dragonite. Dragonite was one of the first dragon type Pokemon and one of the first competitive ones. The script. Well, he helps me plan for every video. It's something I can read off of. He's always there for me. The script guy. Well, he helps me a lot too. The apple. The apple. Okay, let's just actually get on with this list instead of being complete idiots. Number 10. Gen 4 added a lot of additional evolutions, and I really liked a bunch of them. Some of them were great, and some of them were bad. But one of my favorites of them all is Porygon Z. Porygon Z was such a great design, and when I first saw it, I was in shock, because it looks so great. I've seen Porygon 2 before, but to see Porygon Z, I was just like, how is this even possible? But then I did some research, so it turns out that Porygon is a graphical duck. Okay? Then, when it evolves, it becomes better, and it looks a bit better. That's because of the advancement in technology. And then, when you try it with a W's disc, it's actually a virus, and it causes Porygon Z to look like this. Like, it's freaking crazy. I don't know about you, but I love Pokemon that go crazy. I think it's so cool how his head is attached, and his tail is too. And you could argue that Porygon 2 is better in competitive, but there is one thing that Porygon Z has better. Number 1, its item can't be knocked off whenever you run the Z move. Z conversion is so overpowered because not only does it change to the type of the first move you have in your move slot, but it also gives a boost to all of your stats. That is amazing. And with these reasons, I put Porygon Z at number 10. Number 9. I've always seemed to like Scraggy, but there are two main reasons why I'm putting him on this list, but I've always liked him. Number 1, he is so funny in the anime. I love how, he headbutts everything he sees. He's determined. He's adamant. And I really like that about Scraggy. So, and number 2, my Black 2 Nuzlocke. Now, the reason Scrafty isn't in this point is because those two reasons. I like Scrafty, but I think Scraggy was the better one to put in the entry since, another thing, Scraggy has came in so many clutch situations, where it's from a herdier takedown, or leave Vanny and living on 5 health and payback or killing. Scraggy, my dude, you're a boss. I hope that we get to keep you on the team for as long as we can. Thug life. Number 8. Totodile. The reason that Totodile is in this list is similar to Scraggy, except this is because mainly of the anime and my love for alligator line. Totodile has the most personality out of any Pokemon character I've seen in the anime. He is so funny. I love seeing him, especially whenever, that moment in the Pokemon Heroes movie. I love that. I love how comical he is. And number 2, I love the Feraligatr line. But the reason Feraligatr isn't in this list, I like them all equally, but the reason I'm putting Totodile here is 1, because of the anime, and number 2, it's cute. I mean, look at that. Look at that mouth. And one of my favorite moments from the anime was whenever he bites the snout of the Kingdra and beats him. I thought that was amazing. I especially liked the music that played during that part, but it was so funny. But that's the reason that Totodile is number 8 on this list. When Gen 4 came out, you better bet yourself I picked Chimchar. Chimchar was amazing, and it was very good in the game. And then it evolves into Infernape at level 36, and it wrecks the game. Infernape is an amazing Pokemon. I love him. His design is great. He copies my battle style. I like using speedier mixed attackers. And what do you know? Infernape has 104 attack and special attack and 108 speed. Well, what do you know? That fits my battle style. I like also using tanky, but I'm more of a fan of fast sweepers. And Infernape fits this criteria perfectly. I loved using him in competitive, and even the Battle Mason, I've gotten so far with him, even without having max IVs or any maxing out any EVs, because Stone Edge, Fire Blast, Close Combat, and Thunder Punch wrecked everything. So yeah, that's why Infernape is number 7 on the list. I love all dragon types, but there are 2 on this list. And the first one, Goodra. Goodra is one of my favorite pseudo-legendaries. And the main reason why is because he's different. He's not like the regular high-powerful dragon types. He's different. He's got this new look that makes him much more different and different stats, with still having a good attack and special attack. But then he's also got that massive 150 special defense. My God, this thing can eat up hits. It's like eating up a McDonald's burger. He just eats it in one hole. That's what makes Goodra so cool. His design is different. He is different, and that's the first pseudo legendary that Ash ever caught. So that's some good reasons on why Goodra is number 6. Number 5. You will always have that Pokemon that you can always rely on in any situation. For me, that was my shiny Midnight Lycanroc. Now, the reason I went on a week hunt to about 1,000 SOSs, but I finally got the shiny Lycanroc. And there are 3 reasons why I chose Midnight. Number 1, the sassy nature. Number 2, it had Steadfast, which evolved into Lycanroc Midnight, gets no guard. And number 3, its shiny looked better, because the darker blue looked much better. But I could always rely on Lycanroc to get the job done. I mean, he had Rock Climb, Bulk Up, Stealth Box, and Stone Edge. And they never missed, because I had no guard. And that's a Pokemon I could always count on. And he would break Focus Sashes, he could bulk up, and whenever I was in a tough situation, Lycanroc was there, and he did the job a lot of the time. And so this will be the Pokemon I'd have as a pet, because he'd always get the job done. Number 4. This was really close between the number 4 and the number 3 spot, but just barely by an inch. Hydreigon at the shortest end of the stick, but he's still pretty high on the list. The reason for this is that, number 1, he has my favorite type combination. Dragon is my favorite type, and my second favorite type is Dark. Well, what do you know? Hydreigon fits that criteria. And he's very overpowered. I mean, yeah, he's weak to fairies that wall him, but Gen 5 didn't have no fairies, and Hydreigon outspeeds a lot of fairy types. And with a 125 special attack, he can flash cannon them to death. And he evolves at level 60 freaking 4. Oh my God, that shows a lot of respect. Which means you have to have hard dedication. But if you're a trainer who has enough dedication, you will get a Hydreigon. Now let's not admit, you've never struggled against Gets Hydreigon. It's harder in Black 2 if you don't have a Steel type, because you don't have the power of, like, Reshiram and Zekrom. You can't catch Kyurem, which means you gotta face a Life Orb Hydreigon at level 52. That's 12 levels under, and somehow he decreases that level from 2 from Black. Wow. Gets us. You might be hacking your Hydreigon, but I gotta admit, you did a good job of kicking some butt. And its design is perfect. I love it. It's got everything I need in a Pokemon. But that's why Hydreigon is number 4 on the list. Number 3. Alright, so You might be asking yourself, why does Gliscor come over Hydreigon? Well, here's what it is. Gliscor had so much more nostalgia. It actually has the most nostalgia of any Pokemon on this list because it was one of the first Pokemon I ever saw. Because the first episode I watched was the episode Ash caught a Gligar, and I was like, Ash, please catch that Gligar, and he did. And a few episodes later, it evolved into Gliscor. And boy, oh boy, was I happy to see that. Not to mention, even though it is in the BL tier, it does not deserve to be there. Because Gliscor has a base 95 base and attacking speed, which isn't bad, a 125 defense, and the best hidden ability ever. Well, not Wonder Guard, but still. The hidden ability, Take it in. Poison Heal is insanely overpowered. It's a better version of Leftovers, and which means you can also run Facade Gliscor, Facade Poison Heal Gliscor, which means you can't be affected by any status conditions, and you'll heal a lot of HP, more than Leftovers, and you'll get double the damage on Facade. I run mine Protect, Sword Dance, Facade, and Earthquake. And I've had so many wins because of this guy. That's why Gliscor is number 3 on the list. Number 2. You guys probably saw this guy coming in on number 1. But actually, in the number 2 spot, we have Shinx. Shinx is just so adorable. I used it on my first Diamond Pearl playthrough, and now I fell in love with it. It's so cute. And I used it throughout all the game with my Gengar and Toxicroak and Palkia. But the reason that Shinx is on this list instead of Luxray is just because I think in this case, cute beats strength. I mean, yeah, I love Luxray too, and he gets a mention, but Shinx is the cutest. I can't think of anything better. Also, I loved him in the anime. What, you mean the Diamond and Pearl anime? No, I'm talking about X and Y. Clement got a Luxray, and I love that backstory of how they met, and how he liked it, and how, well, all that other stuff, but I really liked it. He got a big role, and it was the most powerful Pokemon on Clement's team. But so that, yeah, Shinx is the number 2 spot. Alright, and number 1 is, sorry, but there was a few honorable mentions I missed out that I forgot to add in there, and they are, well, Venusaur, the best grass type design, Milotic, because it's just beautiful, and Houndoom, because it's just awesome. To be honest, Milotic came close to number 10, but was outshined by Porygon Z. But right now we'll see who is the number 1 spot. Alright, making its way to the top and sitting in the number 1 spot, we have my favorite Pokemon. Drumroll, please. Zoroark. Now, before I continue, you might be asking something. Castle, why didn't you talk about Shinx being your mascot? Well, guess what, you guys? I trolled you. The thing is, ever since I changed my channel, I've learned that I have my undenying love for Zoroark. And I made it the mascot, and I thought the cool little gimmick of its illusion ability would make it so you guys would believe that Shinx is the mascot, but it's really Zoroark disguised as Shinx. I've used this thing so much in competitive, and I've always loved it. It's a nostalgic Pokemon, and like Lycanroc, I could always go to it. It would never let me down. And there have been so many sweeps, and it's just great. I've never had a situation where I've never liked Zoroark. And seeing In have it the first time, it was amazing. For some reason, when he sent out that Caracostum, for some reason I didn't have any ghost moves on my Chandelure, and I kept using Psychic and Psychic, wondering why I didn't hit. So I used a fire move, turns out I did normal damage, and it was a Zoroark, and I was like, oh, and my jaw dropped. And ever since then, I've had a love for it. And then it's made its way up. This is why I've always wanted to use Zoroark, especially my Nuzlocke. I really wanted to use it because I know I would troll many opponents. Anyway, guys, that's why Zoroark is in the number 1 spot. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're in the mood for it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button, and if you're really looking forward to it, share this video with a friend, because I need so much friends. With me the dark, we will continue to make this channel grow. Oh, how cute. They're playing tag. I knew these guys would be such good friends.